All right, good morning, Rancheroos. It is time for the RanchCast. So, it is, I have no idea what day it is. It's today. Thanks for joining me today. As usual, if you'd like to join, there's a number of ways to do so. We're going to spend a lot of time in this terminal window today, but first, let's grab a new browser window. And if you'd like to join us on the chat, I don't really check the YouTube and Twitch chats. I will take a look at them occasionally just to see if anything's going on there that I might miss. But if you would like to chat with us today, go to slack.rancher.io, put in your email address, you'll get the Slack account, and then go to the RanchCast channel in the workspace. So I will be here most of the time, so I'll keep that somewhat available to me and try to pay attention to it as we go today. So today we are going to kind of redux the absolutely miserable install that I did last week. And I knew exactly when I finished my stream what was wrong with it. And I realized basic WSL doesn't have systemd or OpenRC or any of that. So yeah, that's what I did. So with that being said, and I figured that out because I worked off of Darren's note. So Darren Shepard is the CTO of Rancher Labs and was working with WSL and with K3s. You can see here I did this search last week and found the gist from Darren. And I'm like, oh, well, that makes sense. Now we don't have to compile the WSL kernel anymore. That should just work in the way it's installed. So little family business first. As always, if you want to see past episodes, you can go to youtube.com/c/theranchcast. Don't mind the elephants upstairs. They're my children. Well, 2 of 3. One is at camp this morning. The other 2 are upstairs making noise. Elephants. So I've done a little bit of noise suppression, a little bit of noise gating to see how it works. Hopefully I don't take out my lows, but we'll see how it goes. But yes, as always, you can find us here on the RanchCast. If you are listening on YouTube, you can also go to twitch.tv/theranchcast. So those are first and foremost. I'm also going to be working on my personal channel a little bit, and that's just twitch.tv/Jason Van Brackle. So that, not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. It'll probably be a potpourri of things that interest me. Some of this will be live learning, things of that nature. So when I go to prep for do show prep for this show or some other issue I'm working on, or if I'm contributing to open source, it's probably be there. Might also just be video stream gaming because I need to blow off some steam. But feel free to join me there as well. So on to the terrible mistakes that I made. And what I did was I'd forgotten, hey, you can't install via the curl script because there is no supervisor in WSL2. I'm such a smart man. Terrible. Just terrible. And that's what I get for not doing my show prep. So good morning to the 1 or 2 viewers who are listening to right now. It is good to see you virtually. So this will, I think, become a weekly thing. I've blocked off this time on my calendar for weekly. I'm going to promise bi-weekly minus, travel, for family, things of that nature. But by and large, this is going to be a weekly thing. The way this will likely work is we'll do about an hour, Tuesday mornings. And really it's just a, what do I feel like learning today? Except I'm going to attack it all from the developer standpoint. So the idea is going to be that we're going to look at these things as a developer who is told, hey, you need to integrate this technology into your project, and you've never touched it before. So we're going to look at docs, we're going to do some experimentation, we're going to live script as we go so we can automate all the things. Because really the nice thing about learning things like this is that as you go, you can also be building out the scripts for your CI/CD. So good. So let's actually open up a window. I have no show notes yet. We'll take a few and let's grab a new file. So I'm going to do everything in Bash. just because I can use Bash everywhere. I know I'm on a Windows machine, but I'm in WSL, so it supports Bash. I'm not a Zish fan or a Fish fan or any of those things. You know, Bash is almost ubiquitous, so Bash it is. I mean, if I really want to be crazy, we could go PowerShell. I'm not going PowerShell. It's not going to happen. And also, let me move this up a little bit because I got some complaints that I was doing some coding under the RanchCast banner. I'm going to just make that a little bit larger to remind myself not to do that. I'll still probably do it anyway, but remind myself not to do that. So let's hash bang. And let's tell us we're working with a shell script. Not dash, what is it? SH? Yeah, shell script. That's it. So we're working with a, oops, other way around. Hash bang. I promise to make lots of mistakes. Let's make this a little bit larger. I have no idea how good your eyes are, but mine aren't great. That's why I'm wearing glasses right now. Stigmatism, nearsighted, fun. It wasn't always that way. It started happening in my 20s. I actually missed being able to play the outfield and see the baseball off the bat. But we can't help getting older, can we? Just part of life. So the first step is we're going to need to download K3s. And I'm probably not even in the Linux side. Whatever. You know what? Let's guarantee we're in the Linux side this morning. Close this down. Close this down. Open our terminal window. There, and we're in our RanchCast window, right? When's the last time I did that? Oh, that's the old one. I'm not here. I should be here. Those all got added back in February. I'll have to clean that up. Boy, that'd have been fun. All right, and we're going to code from here. And this will just guarantee our hooks into Linux are working properly, so we're saving to the right place. Now, we don't need this giant terminal window here. Don't mind me looking around my camera. So so the goal for my stream right now is to basically do a little bit more each time. Change the OBS around, experiment with some stream settings. I spent a lot of time watching YouTube stream tutorials and things of that nature, and I just needed time to implement it. So that's why you're going to see like more experimentation on the personal stream, and that's just the nature of I want to do things besides what I do professionally every day. Most of it's going to be hobby stuff, things like I said, things like gaming or coding open source. It'll be a little bit different every time. I haven't quite figured out what I want that channel to look like yet, but I'm going to be working on it. And those were from our last episodes. You know what? I'm going to actually, while we're here, let's just save as on this file. This could be the local. I want to actually create a folder. That's not showing local. All right. I have background music. Why am I humming? Because it's a thing I do, along with talking to myself. Which is great for streaming, honestly. Home, me, and source, and the RanchCast, and episodes. Episode 37, wow. So these will actually start happening at least weekly, or sorry, at least bi-weekly, maybe weekly, and maybe 3 times a week, just depending on how I'm feeling. Oh no, I didn't want to save that. No. Once I copied it, that was good. And we're going to open that file. Or no, I have the file right here in the folder, ready to go. And we're going to assume we're not going to do this the epic fail way. This is going to work this time. Because I thought about why I failed so miserably last time. RanchCast, epic fail, installing K3s. All right. And then we'll remove this. And this. Yep, I'm your host and presenter and person making all the mistakes. This live will install some K3s. Maybe. Action, yep, we did that last show. And there's our link. So, as before, we talked about things like kind and Minikube. but we're not concerned with those today and any of the links that pop up. Wait a second, here we go. Shameless self promotion. Can't even spell my own name. All right. So yeah, if you'd like to, see me on Twitch where I'm doing things that are not the RanchCast related, I'll be there. It's probably really gonna be more just, like I said, open source contributions and likely game streaming, really. And it's not that I have some idea that I have some career in game streaming. It really is just I like to play games occasionally to blow off some steam, and I like games that I can easily pick up and put down. It's usually going to be, short little, adventures, or maybe an adventure where I can save it, come back to it, save it, come back to it. Yeah, so I'm looking at a couple of them, a couple things right now. In the in the adventure genre, things that other people aren't playing, at least in so much as I know. I do follow a couple of the YouTube gaming streamers. As I find out I have less time for gaming, as I'm sitting on the couch, doodling away at ideas, I end up on a game stream, which is honestly how I got into this stuff. I was watching game streamers and thought, that'd be cool to just live code and do stuff like that. And then a few of my friends started doing that. I'm like, and look, they're right. I should have started earlier, but oh well. Start when you start. So that's where we are today, and we're gonna install some K3s. So let's, oh yeah, that's my show notes. Code and code. Nope, this one. I want this one over here. All right. We'll leave that up, and we'll get rid of this show note because I really don't need it now. I'll leave the one that goes to GitHub. Preserve all my mistakes. All right. Again, we're going to hash bang. And we're going to tell this we're working in a shell script. And we're good to start. All right. So, step one, get K3s. And this is live coding, the RanchCast. Why am I doing this? Is not marked down. Oh, wow. 18 August 2020. All right. So we're going to get K3s. We're going to move that over to bin. No. User bin K3s. Yeah, I think it's a good start. So we're going to curl, and a lot of it is just I'm going to try something in the terminal, and when I'm happy with how it works, I'm going to move it over to our script for preservation. So let's curl. Actually, let's curl and help, because I always forgetting the ones. I think it's JLO. Output, write to file instead. Yep, that's O. Capital L's location, follow redirect if that's the one we want. And nope, no junk session. I want capital J. It was capital J, but I can't find it here. All right, let's grep this. Dash I dash J? No, it's grep. And then, oh, remove header name. Use header provider. Yes, that's the one I want. So, yeah, I like to use J, L, oh, L, location, and then O for output. So, Jello. If you want to download a file, you need Jello. And you can still see the bottom. All right, good. All right, so curl JL, and I think it's a lowercase o. Why not in a second? And we want to go get the latest. We're going to download the binary. K3s. Is that the one we want? I believe it's the one we want. 1.8. Yes. Yes, 4 days ago. 1.18.8. See what's new in the release notes. Upgrade Kubernetes and bump core DNS. Open issues. Join our Slack channel. Check out our docs. We are going to open up the documentation because we're going to want that for our install. Like I said, the rules of our engagement is that we're actually going to, at least look at the docs so we know what they are, and maybe even read them. I thought about setting a Raspberry Pi ahead of time, but I haven't had a chance to stream and test out the screen switching. So this specific computer, I have the ability to screen switch. I'm actually going to turn my audio on for a second so I can hear myself. Or no, I didn't use it this time. So I've changed up my audio a little bit so I can no longer hear myself, but it works better and it's more reliable. But see, I have the ability to switch screens from my keyboard. So I go back and forth to different machines. Like this is actually the machine that OBS is running on right now, but it feeds right into my primary desktop. So I have the ability to switch to different machines. The idea is that one of these days, I'll hook up the Raspberry Pi. I've got a 4-port, KVM, and I think it does 4K 60 hertz, maybe 30. Yeah, 4K 60 hertz. That's why I bought that one. You know what? I'll leave a link to that in the show notes as well. KVM. So that's just to remind myself to do that before I commit this code. So we're going to download this file. Oops, not like that. And we're just grab the link location. And since we downloading using Jello, let's go into, let's CD into episode 37. We'll do everything from here in 37. All right, and we have a README. Okay. We're in episode 37, we have a README, and we're going to... Yeah, we're good. I just haven't saved it yet. I'm like, why don't I see my file? Not a smart man. All right. We'll just call this our script. Yeah, that's a good name for it. All right, so we gotta get the K3s, so we're gonna curl some Jello. Not in all caps, we're not yelling. All right, let's try that. Oh, no URL specified. Oh. What? What'd I do wrong? Curl options URL. Somebody out there sees my mistake. Anybody in chat see my mistake? Nobody in Twitch chat sees my mistake yet. This is why I have you on here, to watch all my terrible mistakes. All right. Actually, YouTube is far enough behind that you're just seeing it now. Okay. So let's look at that URL. HTTPS. You know what? We're going to put it in quotes just because, hey, paranoia. Maybe my O is wrong.
You don't make up for your sins in the church. You do it in the
Hello?
streets. You do it at home.
Awesome. Capital L.
The rest is bullshit and you know it.
Interesting. So what we see here is it went to the first address and then got forwarded to where the actual file was, and now we have the 50 megabyte K3s file. That's thing one, so we're going to take that. Need to find how to do visual select, and we're going to come over here. Boom. So we got K3s, and then make K3s executable. And that's a chmod. We're just going to add executable and K3s. Slash K3s, and then we're going to move that over. MV2 user bin K3s. All right, should work. Let's see how I can... Oh. I need to sudo that. Thanks, Josh. Yeah, it really wasn't the %2. It just... Yeah, you saw it. Thank you. Thank you for the second set of eyes. I do appreciate that. Alright, so... Yellow... Hey, hey Josh, quick question. Do you have the ability at your work to see the... Well, you're home, but... You're not blocked by your VPN to see the Twitch stream, are you? I'm just completely curious there. Should be looking at the camera, but... Whatevers. Don't mind me checking the phone. This is actually... Somebody actually have to look at my, my phone for. Alright. The funds of live, live streaming. Woo! Alright. That's to do for later. So, there's one person who's allowed to text me during a stream. It is my wife. And I do check them because sometimes life happens in the middle of a stream. Sometimes elephants stomp upstairs. It just, you know, it's streaming. Alright. Thank you, Josh. Appreciate the feedback. Alright, K3s, make it executable. Let's check to let's see all the big mistakes I made here. Alright. Good, it's now executable. And we're going to move that. And we're going to sudo move that. Alright, and we'll type in our password. And we're good. Alright, so if I do a K3s, alright, I have K3s now. Alright, so we've got a couple of commands here. We have server agent, kubectl, cryctl, ctr. I don't even know what ctr is. I'm sure it's something that I've read through at some point and I've just forgotten. No problem there. And then let's look at our notes from Darren to see if there's anything else I want to do here. I don't believe so. Oh, and then run server. And that's right. You did need sudo to run K3s. You still need sudo to run K3s. I'm not so worried about that, but let's do it. K3s server. Hey, don't need sudo anymore. Good. No. Oh, must run as root. Let's disable A. Okay, that's actually a really helpful error message. I don't think that said that before back in the day when I was experimenting with that. So, run as root unless we'll just sudo it and see what we get. All right. That's interesting. It's using Kine. See here, Kine is listening on the Kine sock, or at least the code is inspired by Kine. We're using Kine, take advantage of Kine. Let's see what's going wrong in here. Let's see info, warnings, handshake errors. I don't care about any of that stuff. I don't think anything in here is out of line. Let's just page down till we're done. All right. Oh. Guess I should have put it in its own window. All right. Looks like it's working. And if you want to get it, I believe it's in Etsy Rancher, K3s. Yeah, there's a YAML. Like cat this YAML. Yeah. I'll make this larger in a second. All right, good. That's our cluster YAML. Good to know. Don't have a Twitch account, Josh. Get on that. No, I'm just kidding. You don't have a Twitch account. Do you even need a Twitch account to watch Twitch? I don't know. I've been on Twitch for a while now. So, good. All right. We're good then. So what we're going to do here is we're going to set our kube config variable. So let's start a K3s server, which we did. Sudo K3s. Oh no, yeah, that works because I moved it, and then server, and then we're. Thank you so much, VS Code. I really meant to do that. So we'll start a K3s server, and then we will set our kube config variable. And then we're going to export. And that's going to be Etsy, Rancher, K3s, and then K3s.yaml. So you know what? Okay. Yeah. K3s.yaml. And we'll do that. And then let's turn on kube1. So, I may not be able to read that file. It might be the problem. Yeah, so it is there. Kube CTX. Yep, that's what I figured. Permission denied. So what we're going to do here is we're also going to modify sudo chmod plus r. Let's see, Rancher, K3s. Boom. Now let's try it. There we go. All right. So that's not good security. Not at all. We shouldn't just make things readable inside Etsy, but for the sake of, again, this is from the developer standpoint. So it's get it done, and to hell with InfoSec. I'm just kidding. Make K3s YAML readable. Really, I should just copy it to. Yeah, let's do that. That's a better solution. We're going to be at least somewhat security conscious. Move K3s config to .kube, and I'm actually going to copy it. So we want Etsy, Rancher, K3s, K3s.yaml. And we're going to copy that to myhome.kube, and we're going to call it k3s.conf because I prefer that name. And we're going no. And this needs to actually be home, I believe. And then k3s.conf. That looks good. And then we're going to, we'll take advantage of our kube config variable here. And let's try this again, shall we? See which horrible mistakes we made. All right. That looks like it might have actually worked. Good. So, yep. Everything's working. Good. So I just used two commands that you may not know. So kubectx and kubeNS are really cool tools. I talk about them a lot on the RanchCast. I move my chat window. My chat. I honestly need a bigger monitor. So Josh just said, "Sorry, Momish, this computer is made of wood." Thank you, sir. I appreciate the laugh. All right, so kubeNS and kubectx. So one of the next things I've added to the chat is actual chat streams, so you can see when people are making fun of me. So kubeNS and kubectx were both created by Amit B, who is a really awesome engineer, developer extraordinaire, who makes cool tools for Kubernetes, and I believe works for Google. Maybe at least did it sometime. I may be completely off on that. Don't quote me on that. But his tools are awesome, and I use these every day. So please, by all means, go download them, use them. Tell Amit that he's awesome, and we'll put that in the show notes as well. CTX and Kube. They may just go in every link from here on out, and then Kube PS1. The other thing is that I have Kube PS1. John actually came out to Kubernetes Philly and demoed this a while back, and I've been a user ever since. Actually, he demoed this before I was doing Kubernetes every day. At that point, I was doing mostly .network and some Kubernetes, and really, I started the user group in the Philly area because there wasn't one. And marketing for Apprenda at the time said, hey, we'd really like to help out a user group there and go find one. And then when I didn't find one, they're like, great, you can start it. And I'm like, no. They're like, no, seriously, you can start it. We'll pay for food and stuff. It'll be awesome. And that's really how that got started. So for those of you in the Philly area, there will be another K3s Philly coming up, probably September. I usually take a summer break and I send an email out. And I didn't send the email out this year because, you know, pandemic and just trying to get myself motivated to do work. So PS1. And let's go back to our live script. Good. Move config to kube. We have access to our K3s cluster. That's awesome. So what can we do with this thing? 'Cause, I mean, we're running Kubernetes on this machine. It took, you know, honestly, it took like 30 seconds in script time of, you know, me typing stuff minus all the teaching. So let's see what we can do with K3s now. So we're going to open up a couple different docs for it. We're going to use the docs here and maybe the K3s docs as well. So we'll copy these docs over here. K3s documentation is here, and K3s site, which we already have. We just haven't opened it yet. Yes, I do want to open an external website. Thank you. All right. So we were here last time when I failed miserably. This is one of the cooler things about it is this tunnel proxy. It makes working with K3s really fun. Oh, look at that. That would have been a good idea. Actually, let's add that in our script as well. Thank you. Actually, that would cause that script to just be miserable. And then we're not going to add a separate... No, we probably should add a separate node at some point. I just don't have any more nodes to add. But we'll worry about that later. Watch the demo. Oh, cool. This is interesting. Is there still online training? Oh, I know what that is. So, that's right. March 2020. So, if you want to look at the online training, just sign up to here and I'll send you the video from the online training. That's right. I forgot about that. They did that. I missed it myself. Probably would have been helpful for my last class. Or my last stream. So show notes, links, K3s live training. Bada bing. Rancher, so I'm with Rancher Federal now, which is not part of Rancher Labs. It's actually a separate entity. But I still, you know, still friends over there. Still going to promote them. Still going to attend stuff. All right. Huh. Okay. Plus, you know, when the SUSE whole thing happens, we'll all be one big happy family in some way, shape, or form. So Rancher Federal is also part of the acquisition. And it's, of course, assuming all things go through and no monkey wrenches. So docs. Oh, that's nice. The docs are right there on the site. We don't need two of these open. So let's see what we have here in docs. K3s. We talked a little bit about the really core architecture, single server setup with an embedded DB. So this is essentially what we're doing here. High availability setup. That works pretty well. Fixed registration for nodes. External. That's maybe we'll do an external DB sometime. That'll be fun. We'll do like MySQL or something. Okay. Yeah, that's what we'll do next show. We'll look at automatically deployed manifests in K3s. Show notes, links. Next show. We'll do a couple things because that will only take like 5 minutes to automatically deploy manifest. That's not what I wanted. I wanted. What's the link? Oh, it doesn't have the link. Let's try this. So this site uses Hugo. I know because I've hacked on the site before. It's open source as well. And Hugo, even if you don't provide the link, you do have to spell it right. Yeah, it did work. All right, so let's just put a new window just to double check that this link works. Boom, down to the bottom. All right, cool. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that on it. That'll be one of the things we do on the next show. Because, yeah, one of the use cases that's really awesome for this is being able to package in your applications, or at least the manifest for your applications into it. So, quick start guide, we kind of did this. All script. Yeah, except we didn't do that script thingy. K3s URL, that all looks good. And what else can we do with this? So we have installation. We're not doing it. We'll do an air gap one of these days. Cluster access. We've talked about cluster access. All right, that looks good. And then from outside with QCO, this is cluster access with YAML. That's fine. Hey, look, we did that. All right. Networking. Anything fun in here? Let's find out. Core DNS, traffic. I don't know traffic really well, so we'll experiment with some traffic as a service load balancer. So service load balancer, Clipper load balancer. Okay, we'll learn a little bit about that and how the service load balancer works. Service type, disabling. Okay, so the whole point of this was actually installation of this. So we did the simplest of installs. Can we get the, is it in there? Oh no, it's just how to deploy it. Dashboard releases. That's interesting. We must have been asked. I'm still going to do this, aren't I? Rancher must have been asked enough about the Kubernetes dashboard and adding it in to add that. You can actually run Rancher in K3s now, which is awesome too. Dashboard, deleting dashboard. All right, that's nice to know. Yeah, let's. So yeah, the things that we talked about, we're going to do the very simple install, and we did the very simple install, but I've still got like 20 minutes, so let's get started with another install option. I may need to actually go grab another an actual node for this. I have a Raspberry Pi close by. 1 second, gonna go off camera. Like an intermission thing. Oh. 3 or 4 of them lying around here. And none of them are here at my desk, which means my kids have stolen them for whatever thing they want to do with them, which is not necessarily a problem. I actually told them they may have access to all of the Raspberry Pi goodness they want. Tell me and put it back when you're done. Oh well. All right, so we won't use that as a node. Maybe next time we'll use that as a node. That'll be fun. Let's grab a DigitalOcean node. Or as they say in Maryland, DigitalOcean hon. I'm from Maryland originally. I've lost most of the accent. I used to have a very thick kind of Baltimore lower middle class accent. Ew, you don't get to see my password. Authenticator app. One moment. One moment, please. All right. DigitalOcean. Verify our code. And we're in. Move this off in case there's something weird in there, but when we get started, I don't think there is in the project. Yeah, I don't want to go showing IP addresses, so don't mind me for a second. I'm just going to create another node. That is publicly accessible. Droplets. Yeah, Ubuntu is fine. Basic. Bare min. No volume. Put it in New York. Don't really need a VPC. And we'll grab an SSH key. And we'll use my SSH key. And then just one droplet is fine. And then project is, yeah, that's fine. I don't need to enable backup, so we're going to get rid of this thing in all of like an hour. Did it reuse a name? I'm just looking at our project and going, oh, that's name's funny, and realize there's multiple droplets with the same name here, and Ubuntu or DigitalOcean will just let you do that, which is fine, not a big deal. All right, so we now have this node. We're gonna SSH into it. Connection refused. What? Are you up? It'd be up. Does it not run SSH by default? Oh, can't be a, it just was taking its good old time getting up. Oh, yeah. I must have changed my... I must have changed that recently. Alright. We're just going to launch console. Yeah. Oh, I don't know the password for it. Well, I just can't seem to help myself with this stuff, can I? Alright. We're going to delete this node. Live coding. Alright. Recovery environment. I don't need to recover anything. Oh, don't mind my screw ups. They're constant and continuous, but they're fun. Alright, I'm just off screen destroying the droplet. I'll create another one. Alright. Create. And what to grab our key. Create. Oh no. I'm not smart. I think I actually had the right one. I pointed that I to the wrong file. I pointed the public key and not the private key. Oh no. Alright, let's do this again. Oh. I do think that's... Oh, which key is that? I'm gonna move this off screen for a second. Or no, I don't even... It's just public. Cat. Oh. Stupid. Or no. No, I do need the public cat. Wow. Just wow. Alright. Is that the one News does not look like the same one, I don't think. Oh no, it is the same one. I think? Yeah? Yeah, that's right. Let's do that again. Person call is JVB is not smart. It doesn't work this time. I'm going to be a little confused because that is the same key. How are we doing out in chat land? Let's say you'll get our guys back. Peanut butter though. Alright, got that. Nothing going on over in Twitch chat. Alright, good. Alright, that's that should give it far enough to nope, not that IP address now. A different one. This one. Copy the IP. Let's try this. There we go. We're in. Yeah, just not a smart person. All right. So we need an install of. Here's our node. So we'll need to install Docker. Rancher has a really nice install Docker script that will detect all the things for you. So if you want to use the install Docker script, you can do that. Go into code. Whoops. All right, so we have the install Docker script, and we're just going to grab this. And it's a symbolic link, and we just want the raw. We're just going to curl that. All right, so we're going to curl that. Oh, no. Curl. And we're going to feed that right into bash. Oh, what did I do wrong? Is it like this? Might be like that. No, I did it wrong. All right. No, I don't want to do that. How do I? This is like Linux 101, and my brain is just off this morning. Execute Perl script. Yeah. Perl and dash execute bash script from URL. That's the one I want. Well, that's interesting. I wouldn't think to do it that way, but that actually makes perfect sense. This is the way that I'm used to doing it. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna do it that way. /s or -s. I like this method though. This is a redirect back into bash. That's actually a really good. I really like that. But this is the one I'm used to. So we'll just do that. Curl. Wait. Yes. -s. Let's grep. Before we do, we should know what we're executing. Grep, Perl, help, and we'll grep for s. Lowercase s. We have lots and lots of s's. Silent, yeah. So silent means that the standard out won't show all the downloading and stuff, so that we can just execute it from there. All right. Perl -s. For that now, we don't need that. All right, and then we're gonna bash -s. What? Oh. I'm not very smart. You actually have to. So, if you want it to follow the redirect, you have to do it from here. Like, it probably even says it. Yeah, releases. You have to go to releases, and then I want 1903. There. There we go. That's better. All right, we got about 10 minutes left. We may just continue this next time. We're at least going to start this whole thing. So what are we doing here? This is live script. So this is our live script single node. And then let's start our catch-up script. Bash bang. All right. So we're going to use catch-up. links. So Ketchup is a project started by Alex Ellis. Alex makes really awesome tools. Totally, you know, give him some GitHub subscription money love. Everything he builds is really, really awesome. I believe also selling swag. K3 sub it's .io. I think it's .io. Maybe not. Nope. K3 sub or Ketchup. I thought it had its own web page. It's not. I thought for sure he was. I know Adrian Goins would looked at this in his Coffee and Kubernetes page. Oh, there it is. Yes, he's buying swag, or he's selling swag. So go buy some swag. It's in pounds, so it's a ship from the UK. So if you can't get a ship from the UK right now because pandemic or customs or any of that, well, you just have to wait. I might have to go buy a hoodie or something. You should go buy a hoodie. Ooh, that's not a bad price either for a custom hoodie. I might do that. Let's see how our Docker install is coming along. Docker install's done. We're going to use our mod. Well, I'm already root, but we're just going to. That's highly insecure. Don't do that, but okay. So we have Docker here, and we want to go get Ketchup. So we'll go grab Ketchup. What's this for? So this is a really cool tool for doing, for bootstrapping K3s into VMs. And so we'll do that install, and then we'll call it a day. Oh, we'll need to get kubectl. Yep, that's the link I want. Install kubectl, and we're going to grab that on Linux. So we're going to, install kubectl. Everything look hunky-dory there. Yep, that looks hunky-dory to me. And then we'll also put that in the README for installing kubectl. You probably don't need it if you're already working with Kubernetes, but for the sake of completeness, and Ketchup is here. All right, let's see how far we can get in 7 minutes. And I've only used Ketchup once, and it was months and months ago. So, you know, following our developer mindset, we don't know what we're doing, and that's fine. And again, I say that as a developer. Like, I'm not making fun of developers. I know how we are. I need a t-shirt that says Shadow IT Administrator. All right. Download. Yep. Download. All right. And user local bin. That's fine. We'll put it there. All right. That looks good. Let's try. Okay, let's do both. I don't know when the last time, honestly, I installed K3 or kubectl. Yep, bin or Perl. So kubectl and Ketchup. Hey, and Ketchup's there. So not okay. Oh, that's weird. Oh, it's sudo install. I have to copy it. So we're gonna move kubectl to the local bin. Do I have to plus X local in better. All right, so we have to. We're actually gonna go through and do this. We'll just grab that whole thing. Install. That's part of our install. First things first, though, we want this before that. I'll mod that. Then we'll move it. And we'll sudo our move. We didn't need to move it sudo that, did we? Oh, we're already root, but we're gonna sudo it anyway. Because you probably won't run his root like I did. So install kubectl, install ketchup. All right. Where did it put? I don't have the install command. It's binary. So where did it put it? A good question. Put it somewhere running with sufficient permission to move. Oh. New version installed to use a local. Oh, no, it did it. Oh, already installed. Okay, good. So, did the sudo install do anything? Or did I just miss it completely? I probably just missed it completely, didn't I? Install ketchup. Perl. Sufficient permissions. Oh yeah. That's fine. So we don't even need this line. Because the script did it because we had sufficient permissions to do it. Good. Alright. Good to see. About 3 more minutes. So maybe we'll stop there today. Oh no, we wanted to do. I also have our install Docker. Let's grab our Docker command and add it to our script. Oops, let's grab that. And then grab that. Again, use your user. Don't run as root. That's bad. We're just doing that for the sake of completeness. Yeah, we're in pretty good shape here. So, in the next episode, we'll run through ketchup and do some ketchup and install K3s with ketchup. And see how this goes about making our lives as developers easier. I mean, honestly, for me, getting VMs set up and being able to just SSH in and install this stuff will be really nice for me. Yeah, that will be a fun episode. Oh, don't mind me, I'm just switching things over. So yeah, thanks again for your time today. I had a good time. I hope you had a good time. We'll be doing this again next week because I do have a schedule. Yeah, I've scheduled for next week. So next week, we're gonna walk through ketchup, and we'll see some things that ketchup can do. Talk about some use cases where that will work for developers. But yeah, until then,